Oh, wow.
She took advantage of the perfect pass, a great set. She had a huge hole in the block, and that's what you expect hitters like that. They're going to put it away when you give her that much seam.
She missed 5 matches in the concussion protocol. They're good to have her back. Had a fantastic weekend last weekend, an opening in the middle of the defense, and Patak is able to score.
Yeah, let's give credit to Dalton. A really nice save there on the tight pass, which made the one-handed set. You ask the middles, be available on a tight pass. Help your setter out, and that's exactly what happened.
Here's the other setter for Kansas, Kristen Klein, who came from Oregon, played for Matt Ulmer last year. Glover again over the block this time. Kansas keeps it alive. It's pushed over by Nelson. Left side attack, blocked again. Parrott is denied.
Nice save there in transition. So it looks like we're going to see a 6-2 against a 6-2. So meaning both teams are going to have 3 hitters in the front row, at least for the beginning part of this match.
I didn't even have to ask you, Mary. You just told our viewers what that meant. And on the left side, that's Swanson tooling the block for another Kansas kill. And Kansas out in front, 5-3. This set goes to 25, win by 2. Klein back behind the service line. The starting setter for the Ducks last season, was on the Big Ten all-freshman teams, just a sophomore. Parrott. A save by Klein. And that attack out of bounds by Swanson. Double sub coming in for Arizona State.
And we are seeing a 6-2 now by Arizona State. So what we're going to have is, as we were talking earlier, is that we're going to have 3 hitters in each rotation in the front row. It has its advantages and its disadvantages, but for tonight, we're going to see blocking, big-time blocks from both teams.
Patak on the attack, gets the kill. And blocking is certainly one of the things that both of these teams do exceptionally well.
Patak there is high, and I like the speed of that set, the tempo of that set, where she can run and go get it. So she hits it on as she's jumping into her approach, not coming down.
Good serve by Logan Bell, but a kill out of system out of the middle by Lomigora.
Nice save by a veteran there.
Yeah. Kansas had the advantage in that rally. It was a good serve by Logan Bell. She was the Indiana Gatorade Player of the Year last year in high school. Goes out, point Kansas. Why do you think the 6-2 works for both of these teams?
Well, you got to start with, you have to have, both teams are going to have 2 good setters. You don't want to play a 6-2 by default, meaning your one setter isn't good enough to play 6 rotations. Both teams have veteran setters, so they can play it. Then you also have to have 6 rotation players, because you're going to run out of subs sooner when you have it run the 6-2. So what I love about the 6-2 is the 3 hitters. What's struggling is that you're always splitting reps in practice. And you want to talk about a team that's had very little practice this year? That's Kansas.
Yeah. 14 straight road matches to open the season. Again, this is the first time they've played in front of the home fans. There's a good Arizona State block by number 22 in black, Bailey Miller.
Made a great adjustment on an inside set there.
Libero back to serve, Ella Lewis for Arizona State. Serving it right at Bell. We're tied at 7 here in the first set. Presley attacks off hands, good dig. Klein will set the left side, and another block this time. It was mostly Colby Neal that got that, who also was a player that played for Matt Ulmer at Oregon.
And Kansas's outside hitter, Grace Nelson, had done such a great job picking up the off-speed. It's not an easy position. You're asked to do so much, and then try and kill a ball against that kind of block.
Logan Bell on nice dig by Parrott. An attack, out of bounds, point Kansas. Kansas. You know, both these teams, Mary, they're playing fast right away. We've gone through 16 points quickly.
I got to tell you, as a coach, when you're looking at, you've gone through those many rotations, used that many subs, and it's only 8 all, you begin to get a little angst.
Presley, beautiful swing on the right side. Redshirt freshman from Maryland.
And I think because she's been playing so well, I think it lends itself to this 6-2. She was asked to do so much while Arizona State went through the rash of injuries. She was even asked at one point to play middle against Texas. Playing against Texas is hard enough. Now go play a position you haven't played since high school.
That was the first time she played middle. It was since high school. Target practice there is a little bit hitting Barrett, and another point to Kansas.
Her contact point, 6-7, is just so high. We don't normally see that, and teams, it's going to take them a little while to get used to trying to find a rhythm blocking against her.
Nice serve, an ace. Grace Nelson with the ace. Her 11th of the season. Serves at a frame that time. And Miller having a hard time on her last 2 attacks.
Yeah, but I give, credit again back to the server, because Nelson's serve created a pass that was low and off the net, and then Miller got it set off the net.
It's one of the points of emphasis this year for Arizona State, their first fall contact, and a Glover sides out for the Sun Devils. And coming in will be Jillian Neal. Let's see how Glover's attack again.
That's a little bit of a seam. You would expect her to be able to find the court in a seam that size.
So a special moment right now, number 14 in black, number 11 in black. They are sisters. Jillian and Colby Neal up front for Arizona State. There they are combining on that block. Bell back set to Glover. Selenovic keeps it alive. Swanson. Frame puts it up. That was a tight set and very difficult for Neal to do anything with that point, Kansas.
It was the right play, and I think we're going to get a challenge here. From my seat, even without the replay, I thought she used the block. What a heads-up play. It's a tight ball. You got 3 blockers. A veteran will know what to do in that play.
Arizona State is challenging a touch, block touch.
Actually, Mary, I was looking forward to the challenges tonight because the Arizona State bench, the game changers, they lay on the floor during the challenges and try to create a scene over there. There's the Arizona State coaches watching this. And they are challenging whether there was a touch. It's called no touch.
Okay, this would be a better view to see. Did we see a finger move at all on this?
I did not.
I didn't either on that. Live, I thought I did. But I don't know it from that replay.
There's the game changers. They're being pretty subdued right now. Waiting for the result of this challenge. That's when they go into action.
Is it possible that Zelena, with her hands as strong as they are, that that ball could go off her fingers and her fingers not move?
After review, the call is reversed. There was contact.
Okay.
Arizona State will retain their challenge.
So they did see a touch. Good job, game changers. And that certainly changed this set. It's 11 all now. Maybe got on that right side of the hand, the wrist.
Credit Neal. It's the only shot she had.
So it's 11 all now. That's a break for Arizona State. Arizona State has a 16-match Big 12 win streak on the line tonight. There's an ace fired by Miller. Arizona State last year 17-1 in the Big 12. They were a number 3 seed in the NCAA tournament. We're upset by A&M in the second round. Dalton with his set. Quick swing by Papatz. Neal sends it over, blocked. Goes to the corner, and it's good.
Oh. And how fast was that transition from setter to hitter? And now we get another challenge.
Kansas is challenging that there was no block touch.
So Kansas saying no block touch.
Could Jillian Neal be so fortunate to do it twice in a row?
Yeah, really.
You know, what Coach Van Neal told us is that Neal has the goldfish mentality, which is exactly the mentality you need to be for a left side hitter, because you're going to get so many tough plays. You're going to get blocked. You're going to hit the ball out of bounds. You just have to be ready for the next set.
Well, a reminder, each team gets 2 challenges. If you win your challenge, you keep it.
I didn't see one there.
I didn't either, but I didn't on the last one either. So.
And the players looking at it, the fans looking at it, it did not look like there was much of a touch.
After review, it is reversed.
Okay.
Kansas will retain their challenge.
Coaches are 2 for 2. So both teams still have both challenges. And Ryan White, the Big 12 Defensive Player of the Week last week, back to serve. She transferred in from Oregon State. Matt Ulmer would tell her his Oregon teams not to hit to her when she was playing for Oregon State. Levitt keeps it alive. That is just hammered the overpass, Colby Neal.
Ask any middle in the country, what's your favorite set? They'll tell you the overpass.
She spent 4 seasons at Oregon under Matt Ulmer, her most productive season last year. Overpass, and there's one for Lomigora.
So when you have a really good server, as is Colby Neal, honestly, she probably would like to go back even further from the end line so that she can launch that ball. Your front row has to be ready.
Kansas is challenging that there was a net.
And we have another challenge.
Wow.
But your front row has to be ready for the overpasses because she's going to create it with the heat she brings from her serve.
You know, Matt Ulmer said that this first part of the season, he called the grind. He said normally, though, when you talk about grind, it's a negative thing, but he feels like they benefited from the 14 matches on the road to start the season. He said it gave them toughness, their defense improved, their serving improved, but the one area they need to improve.
After review, it was a net on Arizona State 25. The call is reversed. Kansas will retain their challenge.
Okay, so the coaches have won every challenge. So is Arizona State in the net on her follow through. But Mary, he said their offense needs to improve. What specifically do you think Kansas needs to focus on offensively?
Well, it's just a matter of can they find enough kills, and especially kills against bigger, more physical teams like Arizona State. And that's what Matt had talked about when we spoke with him earlier this week.
Frame with a good serve receive, avoiding the ace. Glover kept alive by Schneider. Attack from the left side, that's Neal. Faith Miller, Ryan White saves it. And a point to Arizona State.
You give credit again to Neal because in that set, it was not a killable set. We tell our hitters, the set isn't killable. Don't make an error a second error. Just keep it in play. And that's exactly what she did, and then benefited as the rally went on.
And unfortunately, our stat system is down tonight, so we can't give you some of the numbers you're used to hearing from us. Hopefully that'll get resolved at some point during the match. But we do know the score is correct. It's 14-all here in this opening set. 5-set matches is something Kansas has played a lot of job this year. In fact, their first 4 matches of the season were 5-setters. I was starting to think Mount Ulmer got paid by the set, Mary.
They have been through the grind.
Yeah. Neal, the swing blocked. Klein set, back row attack. Did not clear the net by Logan Bell, point Arizona State. And we'll have our first media timeout. It's a tight one here in Kansas. A sold-out Horace Family Volleyball Arena, watching the Big 12 opener between these two. State up 1. We did get a stat box score during that timeout. Noemi Glover is leading the match for Arizona State with 3 kills.
And 10 attempts. She's leading all hitters in attempts, which really is no surprise.
Going into that timeout, Arizona State hitting .308 and Kansas .227. Neal serves and just missed it. Point to KU. Reese Patak back to serve from Prescott, Wisconsin, last year's Big 12 Freshman of the Year. And that attack long, point Kansas.
Just missed it. It's a high swing, and we're going for a challenge here.
Okay. The coaches have been right every single time. This is challenge number 4 in this first set.
Arizona State is challenging a block touch.
So that attack by Miller, they're claiming there may have been a block touch. J.J. Van Neal using this opportunity to talk to his team. So there was no touch called.
After review, the call is reversed. Arizona State would retain their challenge.
I'll take the quick call,
Yeah.
Sam. This is A-okay for me.
We have had 3 challenges for each team, and
These coaches are on top of their
they're
game.
all right, yeah. So again, that goes Arizona State's way, gives them a 2-point lead. Ella Lewis will be serving. Freshman from the Woodlands, Texas, had an ace against Milwaukee in their last match. Klein tracks it down, will set, and successfully swinging is Grace Nelson.
When we talk about a fast offense, we talk about from the setter to the hitter, how fast can that ball get there? And that ball was passed at the 3-meter line, 10 feet off the net, and yet they still were able to go past the left side. That really helps hitters like Nelson.
Dalton with a serve, Frame played it. Presley attacks, blocked. Zelenovic. Wow, the hammer. She doesn't even have to jump.
Not only is it fast, you can't really see in that view, but the ball was a little bit inside. Her closing steps are really impressive.
Service here by Kansas gives the point to Arizona State.
It's about what we thought, Sam, that
Yeah.
we were going to have a closely hot contested match, and this is exactly what it looks like from the reviews to the game.
Arizona State was picked to finish 3rd in the preseason poll, and Kansas 2nd behind BYU. Oh, nice save by Frame. Nelson attacks again. No touch, point Arizona State.
You see what the Frames did cause, though. Nelson tried to hit a different shot, and this time she didn't have enough court to get the kill line and transition after such a great day.
Dalton setting Zelenovic. They just have no answer for that.
I think that's a great side-out play. Give her a different look. So you're running the slide 2 in the middle. It's hard to defend when teams are in system and run that, but then you get a hitter like Zelenovic, even harder.
Zelenovic considered one of the best in the world at her age. Glover with the attack and the kill. And Noemi Glover, she is quite a difference maker for this Arizona State team. They missed her badly when she was out those 5 matches. They had to play Texas without her. Dalton, Swanson denied. She'll try it again. Good up by Bell. Point Kansas.
Ryan White to serve.
Ryan White back to serve now here, getting her master's in sports management.
It's a second play in a row, Sam, where the setter was out, and there was some miscommunication and the inability to get a second contact that can lead to a kill. That's a big piece to a team's offense.
See if Kansas can take advantage of it. Glover goes over the block. It stays alive. It's Zelinovic really that kept it going. Point Kansas.
That transition set might have been just a little bit too fast for Neal in transition. She didn't get a chance to really gather here. But what a great up.
And look at Zelinovic, just what she's doing defensively. We've talked about the power she has on her swing, but she's kept a lot of balls in play.
Well, you have to know that Coach Ulmer has gone over to that there are going to be teams trying to tip on her.
We welcome you, those of you who are joining us now on ESPNU, to the Horse Family Volleyball Arena in Lawrence, Kansas. Arizona State, the defending Big 12 champions, opening their Big 12 schedule against Kansas. Kansas, this is not only their opening Big 12 match, but it's also their home opener as they played their first 14 matches on the road this season. I'm Sam Gore along with Mary Wise, and it is a tight opening set. Mary, what have you seen so far?
I feel like neither team has really gotten on track offensively. The defense has been solid, but it's not like it's been lights out. It's been about an offense, miscues, maybe rushing tempo. I think as the match goes on and the teams settle in, we're going to see better offense by both sides.
Great atmosphere here in Lawrence tonight. It's a big weekend in this area. They have a football game tomorrow against Cincinnati. There's a NASCAR race over in Kansas City. This is sort of a part of the sports world this weekend, and this Kansas team will play Arizona on Sunday afternoon on ESPN. So a big weekend here. Here's Ryan White, libero, senior from Richland, Washington, who played at Oregon State last season with the serve. Neal's attack is blocked. Here's Glover. And Noemi Glover, when they've needed a kill, she's given it to him.
Oh, really nice swing, intentionally going off the hands. The way she finished across her body, so that when that ball goes off the block, it was going into the stands and not where a Kansas player could make a play.
Colby Neal serving. She and her sister on the floor right now. Nice save by Cavell. Glover again, looking for the touch. No touch. Point Kansas. Remember, we are going to 25 win by 2 to determine the winner of this opening set. How big is this first set, Mary?
You never want to play from behind, and especially in a match like this. If you're Kansas, you want to take advantage of the home crowd by winning the first set. If you're Arizona State, you don't want to play from behind on the road.
Kansas has already played five-set matches this season. Glover attacks into the corner, missed it. Arizona State is going to challenge whether there was a touch on that attack. The original call was no touch.
ASU is challenging a block touch.
Those of you who have missed the first part of this set, the coaches have been correct on every challenge this set. So they both have their full complement of 2. Matt Ulmer bringing in in a new chapter to Kansas volleyball following the retirement of the legendary Ray Bouchard. Coach Bouchard stepped down after 27 seasons and almost 500 wins, took this program to the national semifinals, but Matt Ulmer had turned Oregon into a national powerhouse, and there are a lot of players in this match, Mary, that he has either coached or followed into Kansas.
It's quite the story. Let's see this touch, or not.
I thought you were giving it away there. I don't see it.
I don't see it either.
I will say this is the longest it's taken. Here we go.
After review, the call is confirmed. No block touch. ASU loses their challenge.
So Arizona State loses a challenge. They're down to one. J.J. Van Niel looking like he's still working in finance. Mary got the suit on tonight. That was the career that he entered and was so successful in, but fell in love with the sport of volleyball as an analytics guy. So fun to talk to J.J. Good serve by McCarthy. Neal sends it over. Dalton tracks it down. Swanson attacks. Lavelle with options to Glover. Tries to cut it sharp, misses it. Point Kansas. Set point Kansas, and the fans respond. They get on their feet here in Horse. Wait a minute, we may have another challenge.
We do, Sam. And I think, you know, the officials want to get it right.
Arizona is challenging
This
a
is
block
really
touch.
hard
Arizona
on the
State,
players,
excuse
the
me,
coaches,
challenging a
and
block touch.
especially the R2 having to look at all these challenges.
I will say that they have gotten the challenges resolved quickly. That last one was the longest one. So Glover's attacking.
There's a touch. This will be a quick one.
Yeah, it goes out. You can see the ball spin. It went off of Dalton's, or excuse me, Patak's finger, number 10 in white. And there's the game changers. That's what they call the Arizona State bench. That's specifically, that's Piper Rama there with her hair up. Coach said she could be an actress. She is.
After review, the call is reversed. Arizona State will retain their challenge.
Okay, so take the set point away. 23-22 now in favor of Kansas.
Just feel like both teams' offenses haven't quite got on track. I think it's part of this because we've had so many challenges. The stopping and starting, players don't enjoy that either.
Coaches have been right on all but one here in the opening set. Henry with the serve. Big point here for both teams. Off the slide, and the kill is good by Patak. And now it is set point for Kansas, and all the fans are on their feet here in Horace. Logan Bell back to serve. Glover, excuse me, Presley terminates from the right side.
That's a good matchup for Arizona State. I would expect Presley to get more looks when she's up against Grace. Just a height advantage alone.
Still set point for Kansas. Good serve. Dalton with a set to the pin, and Presley again.
On a solo block there, reaching over.
So the set points have evaporated for Kansas. It is win by 2 from here on out to claim the opening set. Jillian Neal serving. Serves it short. Dalton setting Swanson. Off hands. Set point again for Kansas.
Oh, what a heads-up play by Grace Nelson there. She was one-on-one, but the ball was tight. And when it's tight, you got to think, use the block first.
Attack back to serve. Another good serve. And Dalton, the setter, takes it over but misses. And we're tied at 25.
Oh, you have to think Galton would like to have that one back. The ball, but it was in the air long enough. It was in the perfect spot. It just might not have been the perfect time.
Ella Lewis in to serve now. Back to win by 2. And off the slide, Papat's unable to get it to go down. A nice block by Bailey Miller. So the point to Arizona State.
That's a senior block set up to be not let the slide hitter get past you so that you can jump and get over.
Set point Arizona State, their first. And Arizona State steals the set. Grace Nelson's attack is denied. Wait a minute.
Not so fast.
Call has been reversed. J.J. Neal, there was a net violation. And it does not look like they're going to challenge it. So a net violation on Arizona State, and we're tied at 26. Kansas was heading to the bench. Arizona State was celebrating, and the official said, wait a minute. Back to win by 2. Winner of this rally will have set point. Zelenovic misses. No touch called. Arizona State will have another set point.
That's the toughest ball for a right-handed hitter on the right side when it's that far off the net and inside. And yet, she almost still found hands.
She has been so good tonight. Bryn Cavell, the redshirt sophomore setter from Wilmington, North Carolina. In to serve, set point Arizona State. Nelson is kept alive. Zelenovic taps it over. The Kansas block. Papat's got most of it.
How important is blocking in the game of volleyball? Blocks make up for mistakes, meaning if you can't get a first swing kill, pass, set, kill, it's about block and transition. Both teams have stepped up their blocks.
How about this set? 27 all. Both teams have had multiple chances to win it. Zelenovic hammers it.
Oh, Sam, that's done without any kind of approach. Zelenovic just turned, rotated, and swung at it. That is